देश की धड़कन रेडियो फीजी 2 का ये प्रसारण आपके लिए कार्यक्रम में आपका स्वागत है हम कर रहे हैं। याद रखते हैं अभी से लेकर रात 12 तक यह सिलसिला हमारा और आपका चलता रहेगा। दृष्टिकोण में आपका हम स्वागत कर रहे हैं। दृष्टिकोण के तुरंत बाद आगे बढ़ते हैं कार्यक्रम में। इधर कहते हैं कि गहरी थी रात लेकिन हम सोए नहीं, गहरी थी रात लेकिन हम सोए नहीं, दर्द बहुत था दिल में पर हम रोए नहीं, कोई नहीं हमारा जो पूछे हमसे, जाग रहे हो किसके लिए या किसी के लिए सोए नहीं। याद रहा गीत संगीत का तकाजा आपके लिए रात 12 तक आपको हम सोने नहीं देंगे। महकती रातें हर सोमवार से लेकर शुक्रवार तक रात 7 से लेकर 12 के बीच रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर रविंद्र सिंह के साथ।
In this bulletin, Ministry of Lands to make changes to procedures, new traffic system, and Balminder Singh appointed Deputy PAC Chair. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. The Ministry of Lands is expected to implement a number of changes to its processes as a result of the public consultations held across the country. Lands Minister Mereseni Vuniwanga says, in addition to this, the ministry will also work towards consultations on specific issues. Savara Tambua attended the final public consultations for the year held in Suva today.
Minister for Lands and Mineral Resources, Mereseni Vuniwanga says delays and uncertainty with their processes are two of the most common complaints they've received in their country-wide public consultations.
I think it is a great start to the reform that we're taking in-house, and that of course links to the bigger picture, the public sector reform that the Public Service Commission is embarking on, the Minister for Public Service Commission is embarking on. We are an arm of that, and we are doing our part in making sure that the overall government agenda in the public sector reform area is addressed.
Vuniwanga says a new standard operating procedures manual has been drafted. It's expected to be finalized next month and piloted from the first quarter of 2015.
We will get the officers to use the timelines within those SOPs, and if it is workable, given the resources we have in-house, by the end of first quarter we should be able to advertise, publicize the timelines that members of the public would expect when they lodge an application with us.
Vuniwanga is adamant the consultations will continue from next year. Also on the agenda is the need for more resources to enable the ministry to do more. Sapira Tambua, FBC News.
This year's national crushing season has ended and shows that Fiji's not only producing more cane, but producing more sugar from less cane and is approaching international benchmarks. Addressing the 46th session of the ISO Council in London, Prime Minister and Minister for Sugar Vurengam Bainimarama said there was an initial estimate of 2 million metric tons of cane. Bainimarama says the 4 mills crushed 1.83 million metric tons of cane and produced 226,000 metric tons of raw sugar despite a drought hitting the country. Compared to the 2013 crushing season, there was nonetheless an increase in sugar production. Various authorities have over the past few months been working very closely to develop a traffic management system for one of their most complex assignments to date. February 2015, the public will see this traffic management system come to fruition as 4 generators are transported via prime movers and trailers that would be about 46 meters long. Watisoni Rakandroka reports.
Pernix Fiji Limited has been perfecting this traffic management system with the Fiji Electricity Authority and other agencies. 4 generators will need to be taken from the King's Wharf to the Kinoya Power Station. These are no ordinary generators. They are massive equipment that are necessary for FEA to install.
Initially, the route, as you can see here, is through Super King's Wharf, going through a portion of Harrison Road into Suva, then going up Edinburgh Drive, further up into Princess Road, coming down into Khalsa Road, and at the foot of Khalsa Road we turn left into King's Road, coming up to the roundabout of Vallevu, and then we travel further down into Yasi Nandera and turning right into Ratodovi Road, coming back into FEA site.
The traffic management system has the endorsement of about 15 stakeholders.
The vehicles that we are going to utilize in this haulage are 2 prime movers. Most probably is going to be Kenworth and a 40-foot trailer. Having put all that together, we are expecting to have an overall length with the prime movers and the working vehicle at 46 meters, a maximum height of 5.8 meters, with a gross weight of 175 tons with a combination of the 2 prime movers with the trailer and the genset.
It would take about 4.5 hours to distribute 1 genset from the wharf to Kinoya. The ships bringing in the generator sets arrive on February 15. They will transport it to their final destination 2 days later on Tuesday. In about 3 months' time, this site in Kinoya will be the new home of the 4 generators. Once operational, they are expected to meet the power supply need of thousands of consumers on Vitilevu. What is on Rekan Roka? FBC News.
Government MP Balminder Singh has welcomed his appointment as Deputy Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. The former Fiji Independent Commission Against Corruption officer says he is ready to scrutinise the Auditor General's reports pending from 2010 onwards.
Well, the consensus was there, and so I accepted that in good faith and see that how can we work for the betterment of this country as a PEC member.
Asked about the issues over the chairmanship, Singh says the government members have moved on. The Public Accounts Committee will next meet on the 15th of December. Expectant mothers have been assured their lives and their newborns will be in safe hands. Midwives have been reminded that they play an important role ensuring the safe and healthy delivery of our future generations. Akosita Tale tells us more.
It's estimated that more than 300 midwives have access to essential midwifery services to reduce maternal and infant mortality. The biggest task now is reducing infant mortality rates.
We are there to assist women who are pregnant during pregnancy, even delivery, at birth, and even 6 weeks after birth, which is postpartum period. And also we need to be skillful, be competent to be able to assist mothers throughout that period, and also in looking after babies immediately after birth.
The association says it's committed to improve maternal and infant health for all Fijian babies. In doing so, all midwives are being reminded to register for their annual license.
We are expected to be paying license fee. So in order to also do that, we need to attain about 20 CPD points every year before we pay our license and given the license to practice. So even for today, this is also vital for our members to be able to achieve their 20 points.
This move has also been supported by the Fiji National University, which has praised the efforts of midwives in Fiji.
We provide a lot of training, we need to do better, and the midwives are a critical resource for safe pregnancy and delivery and motherhood.
Maternal mortality and morbidity can only be reduced by creating awareness on the importance of early health checks, educating mothers to be of complications during pregnancy, good family planning, and ensuring they stay healthy. Akosita Tale, FBC News.
Determining the age of a young woman, more on that coming up.
Sarwanduru na kaloko na Radio Fiji 1 and domi wiki na bunga ni binyano. Misambolo binaka na ngono baro tagi ni rongo sere na ngono ni ndreko malolo. Misambolo binaka, hoye wa meli kilangi. Ningi nama kati umena nungu bengi rawi maina moni tiki na warombuka na ruwa kina wana kaloko na ngono ni rongo mani vesana. Waki na wono na ngono ni rongo sere na Radio Fiji 1 na domi wiki na bunga ni binyano yanu.
बॉलीवुड हीरो पंती रे Get this.
हीरो 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 सपना दिखेला बंद करो।
क्या करूं यार, सबको आती नहीं, मेरी जाती नहीं। मिर्ची मस्त मॉर्निंग में हूँ अश्निल सिंह।
हाय मैं हूँ काजल।
शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
6 AM to 9 AM
मिर्ची FM, it's hot.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. Women from around Fiji gathered in Suva today to discuss what constitutes the appropriate age of a young female. The Fiji Young Women's Forum is a collective made up of 4 non-governmental organizations. Shireen Lata caught up with them and filed this report.
Women leaders and activists aged 18 to 35 years are part of Fiji Young Women's Forum. They are here to define an age for young women.
The forum really wants to know where can we cut off the young women's age. So the debate has been going on from 18 to 25, 18 to 30 or 18 to 35. So at the end of the program we want to come up with a position paper where we will define the young women's age. So that will be the concrete age definition.
The National Youth Council of Fiji's constitution defines youth between 18 to 35 years.
Whether young women are also married or that are still in that sort of age category, they should be also classified as a young woman.
The forum also aims to encourage women to be politically active.
We felt that we couldn't really express our challenges and concerns in particular spaces. Hence, we opened up the Fiji Young Women's Forum where young women felt that it was an open, safe, inclusive space where they were able to express their challenges and concerns. And also, to add further on, to really engage, empower, and inform young women to be politically active.
Thematic areas in which we'd like for leaders and the state to consider in terms of young women development. It's 5 big thematic areas, and that's active and meaningful political participation. There's sexual reproductive health and rights. There's accountability and transparency in terms of rule of law and democracy. Education. There's also sustainable development. Justice, peace and security.
The Fiji Young Women's Forum has 70 registered members. Shireen Lata, FBC News.
Faulty streetlights will be repaired from next year as part of a 3-year program carried out by the Fiji Roads Authority. The authority has received $653 million in the 2015 budget, and some of the funds will be used in the streetlight maintenance program. Savusavu Naivua has the details.
One of the most common complaints from ratepayers over many years has been the poor state of streetlights in their neighborhoods. This will all change from next year as the FRA begins an extensive streetlights maintenance program.
70% of the lights that we have need full replacement, and only about 30% of the lights are suitable to be renewed. So our budgets were always skewed the wrong way, because renewals is obviously far more expensive than just putting a new light bulb into a street light.
Streetlights were previously maintained by the city and town councils. Now they've come under the FRA, and about 6,000 streetlights will need to be replaced.
The issues that we've faced with leading up till now, which is obviously quite a lot of criticism around the the lack of being able to get on top of the lights that are not working out there. And as I said, the reason behind that is just the balance of ones that need replacing far outnumbered the ones that we could just repair.
The FRA will next week disclose the rest of its streetlights and road maintenance program for the new year. Savusavu Naivua, FBC News.
Business operators in Savusavu town say recent developments of infrastructure has been good for business. They say business is thriving and they are now looking forward to sales during the holiday season. Rishika Kumar reports.
Road conditions in the town have improved recently, and a long-time vendor and former town councillor Manikam Narayan is pleased with the changes.
The new market has been made, and some repair work is also being done so that more farmers and more vendors can come here so that consumers can get more choices.
Small market vendors are also feeling the positive effects of the improved economy in the small town.
I like everything about Savusavu. Business is doing great. The place is very clean and we get to meet new people all the time. Before we used to sell our produce at the old market shed behind this one, but now the Savusavu Town Council has built this shed where we are currently selling our produce.
The Savusavu Town Council has planned for more development in the town. reminding its citizens and visitors that it is well on its way to becoming the hub of the north of the country. Rashika Kumar, FBC News.
There is a shortage of potatoes, and retailers say it could take another 3 weeks for supplies to normalize. The shortage is affecting both consumers and manufacturers of potato products. Savusavu has more.
Potatoes are on almost every consumer's shopping list. However, in recent weeks, consumers have had to either go without them or use them sparingly.
As you know, potatoes are usually used for our daily diet for most Fijians as our staple food, but since the shortage of potatoes have become a really big hassle for most consumers because we've come to really rely on it.
Even the retailers like RB Centrepoint don't have much of a choice, as 90% of the supplies come from New Zealand, where bad weather has affected.
We actually don't have any stocks coming in after that for a couple of weeks. We have been told that there is a shortage in New Zealand as well, so there is going to be some issues with supply of potatoes in the next month or so.
One of the biggest manufacturers, Flour Mills of Fiji, produces 3 to 8 containers of potato chips in a month.
We have got finished good stocks of potato chips. So at this stage, we are not facing a shortage, but we are having a supply issue.
Potato farming has been suspended for now because they were not of the right variety.
Retailers and consumers alike hope the supplies would normalize soon. As we all know, potatoes are an important part of the Christmas menu and are consumed daily in households. Savusavu, FBC News.
Diplomat Mark Ramsden is proud to represent New Zealand in Fiji. Reinstated as New Zealand's High Commissioner to Fiji, Ramsden says New Zealand now has a solid base for a mature and close partnership with Fiji. Ramsden also says the relationship has always been strong at a people-to-people level, and he would like to see this continue.
We haven't been super focused about the level of our representation. We're really glad though now to be back here at High Commissioner level. Very much looking forward to having Fijian High Commissioner restored in Wellington too. But it's been a great time to be here. I think I've been welcomed very warmly by Fijians and by the people of Fiji.
Ramsden has served as acting head of mission in Suva since 2013. Coming up in sports, basketball Fiji receives timely boost. And cricket Fiji gears up for the 2015 World Cricket League.
How are you doing, Fiji? Yes, indeed, fast approaching, well, the major bulletin. But before we even talk about the major bulletin, what about my little news flash?
Oh my gosh, please don't let me get started on that again.
Getting on the bus yesterday, and then he tells me, brother, move on to the other seat, because we can fit 2 people where you're sitting.
Hey, you can't blame the dude for being honest, okay?
There was nothing honest about what he said. Hi, I'm Pavil.
And I'm Fina, your daybreak duo on Gold FM.
From Mondays to Fridays.
From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Turn us on.
Bula FM nambang dua na sera ni wasining ona ni batara ni sibiti ko weekend na diwa en na tini na miniti na may pakuriti ora bengra bina nantang nongo kanda na dapat ko ani rona kaloko en ay kamen din debo bina tay wali ni may dapat ko na wani matakabo tan lib sarti ko na may sera talio ni na namaka do ba tay may kina na kenan daw ro di kanamaki Bula binaka ayo salamilawa do ba tay kiyawa na batara na wani dio na kaloko moni tiki na ba rombuka en ang Bula FM nambang dua en na sera
Welcome back. This is FBC Sports. Basketball Fiji received a timely boost with major sponsor BLK coming on board for the upcoming FIBA Under-19 Oceania Championships. The team and its coaching staff were handed their new uniforms and sporting kits at USP today. Josephine Navula has the details.
The players were all smiles after being handed their brand new sports kits just in time for the FIBA Under-19 Oceania Championships. Basketball Fiji President Ioane Naiwalurua says he is confident that with the players now properly outfitted, they will better their performance.
I am so confident that looking at the beautiful attires that has been presented to you and I with a thought behind it that we are going to use it well. And we are going to wear that with pride and with honor.
Naiwalurua encouraging the national players to step up their game.
You're not only playing for Fiji, but more importantly, that as I said the other day, you're playing for yourself first. When you play for yourself first, well, the others naturally fall into place.
BLK Fiji General Manager Josefa Matau says they are honored to sponsor the national team for the upcoming tournament.
From us at BLK, as you all know, beyond limits known. And we hope that with providing enhanced performance apparel, it will help every one of you. It will help the team in going beyond their limits during the competition.
Meanwhile, Australia and Guam arrived in the country yesterday, while the other teams are expected to arrive today. The FIBA Under-19 Oceania Championship starts next week and will be held at the Vodafone Arena in Suva. Josephine Navula, FBC Sports.
The Suva football team has qualified for the semi-finals of the Pacific Cup being played in Australia. This as the side beat AFFA Sydney 2-0 in its last pool match today. The goals were scored through a penalty which was taken by Fiji under-20 defender Colinio Sivoki in the second half and Waisake Navuningasau. Suva and Rewa are yet to concede a goal in the tournament so far and will top their pools. In another game, AFFA All-Stars thumb New Zealand Madrigal 5-0. Games continue with 3 other semi-finalists to be decided tonight. The semi-finals and final will be played tomorrow. Navua managed to get back on track after winning their second match against Suva 6-0 at the Fiji FA Women's IDC in Bar today. The side lost their first match to Lautoka 1-0 yesterday. In the other match played today, Nandi defeated Savusavu 5-0. Nasinu played against Lami to a 0-0 draw. Nandronga defeated Tavor 2-0. Lautoka is expected to take on Suva at 5:15 p.m. and Rewa to battle Savusavu at 6:30 p.m. The finals will be held at the Gavin Park in Bar tomorrow. The Fiji men's cricket side has set its sight on improving its performance in time for the 2015 World Cricket League Division 6 competition. The Joe Rika captain side returned from Australia yesterday, where they won the East Asia Pacific qualifiers. Josephine Navula has the details.
Cricket Fiji has improved immensely in their overall performance compared to previous years. General Manager Inokele Suma says, though there is still room for improvement.
We were in the World Cricket League from 2007, 2008, unfortunately we were kicked out last year. But after Lismore tournament, we are now back in the World Cricket League. So it's good to be back into the World Cricket League.
Lesuma adds they will also be exposing most of their younger players at the tournament.
This is the first Cricket Fiji team to have an average age of 25 years, 7 months. This is what we are planning. We are not only looking for the next 12 months or the next 24 months. We are looking 5 years and ahead, making sure that our younger players come through our pathways and making sure that they stay with us and not go to any other sport.
Fiji, Vanuatu, Cayman Islands and Papua New Guinea have been confirmed to participate in the tournament.
We have 4 that has been confirmed. There's another 3 or 4 left. At the moment, they're having qualifiers around the world as we speak. So confirmation will be coming in by the beginning of next month.
The date and the venue of the World Cricket League Division 6 competition is also yet to be confirmed. Josephine Navula, FBC Sports.
Some showers were experienced over the Lao Group, the eastern and interior parts of the larger islands today. Elsewhere, fine weather apart from isolated afternoon showers. Meanwhile, a trough of low pressure remains slow-moving over Rotuma and extends southeastwards over Wallace and Futuna. Warm temperatures all around, bar a high of 33 degrees. Tomorrow's forecast, fine conditions in the west and showers over the rest of the Fiji group. For Monday, some showers over the interior and eastern parts of the larger islands, possible afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. The main points again: the Ministry of Lands to make changes to procedures, new traffic system in place, and Balminder Singh appointed Deputy PAC Chair. To our poll question for this week, we've been asking, are you satisfied with the 2015 national budget? Visit our FBC website to take part, www.fbc.com.fj. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email at citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via Facebook page, FBC News, and if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News, or simply hashtag FBC News. That's news for tonight. Join me again tomorrow at the same time. Till then, good evening.
It's now 6 o'clock right here on Big Breakfast, Today FM, today's hit music.
Hey, I'm Pauline.
And I'm Alan. Tune in to The Breakfast Show on Today FM with Pauline and I every weekday morning.
From 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Right here on Today FM, today's hit music.
Today FM, today's hit music.